All right, and we're live, and today we're here with Ashley, one of our amazing customers and Paint Bar members. And so,
Hi.
Ashley, we wanted to bring you on today just because you're a little different than other. Well, not yeah. We've had actually everybody we've interviewed has been a little bit different in where they are in their life and where they are in their experience painting. And so we wanted to bring you in today because you have two little kids,
I
which
do.
as someone else with two little kids, it's not easy to make time for things in your life. So we want to talk to you about that. You also have some experience painting, and I'm going to let you talk about that as well. So we just wanted to hear from you what it's like to be a member in the Paint Bar membership. So the way we usually start is, you can introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about your background with art, how you found the Paint Bar, and why you joined the membership.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. A
Yay.
little bit about me is the last 8 years, I was the art director for a Boys and Girls Club in Dorchester. So I kind of have had the art background really since I was little. I taught myself how to draw when I was like 6 by watching there was one of those like TV shows that taught you how to draw. So every morning I pretty much watched that. And
I
then
had
kind of
no idea.
as I got older, I focused on art classes in high school, and then I minored in visual arts, which then turned into a major, which I did a dual major in visual arts and human development. So that kind of steered towards my art career path as I did an internship at the Boys and Girls Club, and then became the assistant, and then worked my way up to the director. But currently, right now, I'm actually just the director of a different Boys and Girls Club in South
Just
Boston.
director. No big deal.
Yeah, so it's a bigger role and bigger step, but I'm definitely trying to bring in art to my new community. They have some art classes, but they don't all get access to art, and I'm really trying to bring the art program to them. And we'll be starting like expressive art workshops soon. But in terms of finding you guys, I think I found you guys probably when you guys close to opening, maybe. I don't remember. I just remember finding you guys on Newberry Street, and I've been to the Newberry Street one and the one in Newton, so I liked going to both, depending on which painting you guys had on which day.
Right.
Um,
The ideal customer, someone who would go to both places. Rare.
yeah,
Usually
no, they're both great locations. And I think I did like one a month, maybe, depending on what you guys had. And like I would just be so anxious to do the ones, look at the monthly calendar and pick out which ones I really wanted to do based on holidays or just really the scene image that you guys had.
Oh, that's cool, Ashley. I didn't know that about you. So fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
I think we had our birthday party there too.
You had a birthday party there?
I think it wasn't like an official one, but I think I was turning. It was either my 18th or 21st. I like cannot remember.
Oh my God,
But
you really did get us at the beginning. That's amazing.
yeah, it was like a long time ago.
Oh my God, we've known you that long. That seems totally
I
crazy.
know. And then we joined the kids like studio thing with my daughter. So
yes. So that, I mean, that's really where I got to know who you were as a person. Like I recognized you, but I really got to know your daughter from the toddler programs that we did, which I brought my son to also at the time. And your daughter was like the grown up. She was a big girl.
No. Yeah.
She's coming. Yeah, no, she seemed so big at the time, and now she's like must be a grown up pretty much.
Yeah, now she's almost 5 in March, but
yeah,
runs the show.
Awesome. Okay, so you guys did that with us, and then the pandemic hit, and then life got crazy, and then how did you continue with your art during the pandemic? Sorry, we have a customer who came in.
No problem. Well, during the pandemic, when we closed all the sites, our club had to close down, but we also still had to offer programming to our members. So I actually had to run a couple art programs via Zoom as well. It was really challenging, but I was able to put like art kits together for our members and then hand them out to our families, which I was grateful for that. But for me, I really kind of I think that's one of the reasons why I want to join the membership, just because I was feeling like I was losing that creative like sense and just not being able to go to the art room every day. Like even at home, I have a lot of art supplies. I just don't have the time sometimes to be by myself and do it. But I'm always like looking at art or trying to just watch you guys. I follow a couple of the artists I think that you guys interviewed through the membership. So I'm always like looking at art, whether it's on social media or like Pinterest.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question for you. So like you're someone who is you came in with a lot of experience in art, right?
Mhm.
And not everyone is like that. Most people who come in are kind of at the beginning stages.
Right.
But sorry guys. Sorry. So sorry, small quarters. So you came in with a lot of experience, right? And so how do you find like you can probably, we talk about the different stages. And so
Right.
like you came in at most people come in probably around a 1, 2, maybe 3, but you're probably coming in at a 5. So how do you handle what we teach you as someone who knows how to do art? Like how do you feel, do you feel like you take things off on your own? Do you feel, what's your feeling on that?
I think the paint bars kind of really helped me gain confidence in painting, because before you guys and really in my college career, I didn't take painting classes.
Mhm.
Like my first painting class, like real class that counted for credit, was in college.
Yeah.
So before that, I never took it, and I really didn't have an interest. I just thought I couldn't do it just because I always wanted to be able to erase it. But I feel like you guys built my confidence in that. And like I really just found a joy in painting. So, but from you guys, I learned different techniques, and I try to do that on my own paintings.
Right.
When I'm like painting for the kids or just trying to come up with something for my daughter.
Right.
But I always feel like I sometimes will follow along with you guys, but then add like my own touch to it.
Gotcha. So you're probably at like a stage 4 or 5. So like I always, when
Yeah.
people come in, I mean, you can do your own paintings. You're actually, you're a 5, but I think it's really cool to watch how people progress and like where you start, where you end up, and how you
Yeah.
get everywhere. And then tell me about how you're doing art with your kids, because what we're finding with this membership is we're getting a lot of people who are doing art with their children as well.
Mhm.
And so that's a really cool thing. Like we always talk about that. We do a lot of Facebook Lives with kids. We've done a lot of kids programs. And
Yeah.
then I'm starting to notice this pattern where I had someone call and ask if she could sign her 12-year-old up, and can they do it together? And then someone else said, oh, I'm doing it with my 6-year-old. Like we have a lot of members now who are signing up to do it for themselves, but also so they can do stuff with their kids, which I think I need to, that like I might add some more stuff to do
I
with.
know that's like a sign. You got to redo the kids
Yeah.
membership.
Yes. Oh, Kelly is here. She's a new member. She's saying hello. Hi, Kelly. Welcome.
Yay.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, no, we need to ring the bell every time someone becomes a new member. We go ding, 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 ding.
Exciting to see all the new members signing up.
It's so fun, and like we're inside the Facebook membership group and having everyone join, and like just having the community. Like we have the best community. Everyone's welcoming them in. It's super cool. So yeah, tell me how you do some. I mean, you have 2 kids now. One's a baby.
Yeah.
She's 6 now, something like that. You told me.
4.5 and then 10 months.
Oh, she's
Or
almost
11 months. Sorry. 11 months yesterday.
11 months yesterday. Oh my gosh, she's almost 1. That 11-month mark is kind of like turning 29. I spent all of
Yeah.
29 being like, oh, I'm basically 30. Why even talk about 29? That's how I
Right.
felt like I was with
Yep.
11.
I was looking at her the other day and I'm like, you already look like a 1-year-old.
I know. I have. And also my Sienna turned 1, and then I'm like, you look like a toddler.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Okay, so and Taylor's only 4.5. She seemed so mature when I first met her. How old was she when we first met? Probably 3.
I think like 3. Yeah, I think 3.
Charlie was only a year and a half, and so she was just so much more developed and so much more
She
grown
loves
up.
Charlie.
Yeah. I was like, wow, she's so grown up. Okay, so she how are you doing art with her? Like how do you bring art into her life?
Yeah, well, we started with you guys. I mean, I was doing like one-off projects here at home. Like we have I like have a little art area set up with construction paper, glue. She loves glue. She does watch me paint sometimes. Like if I have to do a painting for work, she'll watch me and then she'll want to do her own. So I started to buy like little canvases or the Bristol board paper. I bought her one of those books of her own just so because she goes through paper like it's water. So she kind of does things on her own. Like she's into tracing her hand right now and cutting it out and doing turkeys. So we have a million turkeys all over the house, getting ready for Thanksgiving. But when you guys first started the kids live for the projects during the pandemic, we watched those. If I wasn't able to get on live, I would replay them for her. We kind of did that, followed along with that. She's always watching when you go live with me, and she'll be like, "Is that Jackie?" I was like, "Yeah."
I love it.
And then I put on the Kajabi.
I know it's a weird name.
Yeah, I put that on. I screen shared it to the TV, so we watched one of your YouTube videos on our TV, and we painted one afternoon when the baby was sleeping. So it's a little harder to do that now just since the baby's more active.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you're in the hard part. I'm right there with you. She doesn't stop moving and she's into everything. So I try to make special time just for
yeah.
child. And that's nice
Or
that you guys can do that together.
And then since just being the art director for years, I've kind of I kind of just pull up random art projects for her to do. But
Right.
then, or if she's doing something at school, she'll like come home and do it again, and we'll do it together. But
That's really cool. That's great. Well, good for you for making time for this in your crazy busy life. It's not
thank you.
easy, and you've got a hard job. And I'm just like really appreciative of everything you've done for our business in all these years and how
I love
supportive
you
you've
guys.
been. And you know, you're welcoming other people. And if other people have questions, feel free to ask Ashley. And I know people will be watching after, but we just want to make sure that we have a variety of different members coming in to talk to us, because there are a lot of people watching who might be on the fence. So I always like to leave with a question, like if people are on the fence, what would you say to kind of sway them to join?
Well, I really wanted, like I think I told you before, I really wanted to join at the founding member the first time you guys signed up, but I think time honestly really was what held me back. Just given everything, like I had a hard pregnancy, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to have the time to create art, and that's what I was like, should I put the money into it monthly and then knowing I'm going to have another baby, but then also work too.
Right.
So then when you guys had that sale, like that's when I first jumped on. Of course,
Yeah,
I did sign. I was one of those people that signed up the last day. However,
Yeah.
I did know that time. I was like, no, I need to do something because I really need to get back into the creative art side, like for my own personal art, because it was really hard to do my own personal as the art director because I was always focused on the club and the kids, but I was never making time for my own art. And sometimes it felt hard to do my own art at the club, even though I did have some like downtime away from the kids. So that kind of made it like seem right for me at that point. But the timing, honestly, like even right now, I've taken a break from painting, but I always still manage to get on to watch you guys. And like, I'll hopefully this weekend and Thanksgiving break, I'm going to start to paint again. But I would say, even if you're on the fence for finding time, I think you'll feel it. Like you'll feel it that you need like a creative like sense. And there's so many paintings on that library that I want to go back and do that. It's like I'm itching to do it, but I got to find the time. But I know I'm gonna. I'm
That's interesting that you're saying that you're
the time.
That you crave your it's like listening to your body, and your body's craving a creative outlet. Actually, before we started the paint bar, I was not doing painting. So I always grew up painting. I love painting, but I majored in photography in college only because they told me that I'd make no money as a painter. So I should do photography. And that's like a funny story because now I run a business with painting. But I didn't think about pairing alcohol and painting at the time. But I remember I was painting to get my, photography was my business, but to get my painting like itch out, I was painting for a fundraiser. So my friend started a school in like a rural part of Africa, and we got very involved in it, and we went to Africa twice, and like I did all these paintings. We made thousands of dollars off of auctioning off my paintings, which was so cool.
Yeah.
And, I realized like the power I could have as a painter, and also that I loved painting, and I felt that creative itch also, which now I'm so in the trenches of creativity, like literally look around us right now. I don't feel that anymore, but I remember that feeling because it's really interesting now that I don't feel that. Kaylee, do you feel that? Because like you don't make art. I mean, this is Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee.
Yeah.
Do you feel a creative itch because you work here? Like, do you feel like you're creating enough, or you need more? But she's about to do some more.
I go through like seasons where I feel like I need to create a lot, and then I feel like I need a little bit of a break. I'm in a bit of a creative season. I like feel the desire to.
Right. It is. Tis the holiday season.
Yeah.
She also makes like gorgeous earrings, which she's wearing right now. They're so cute. So she has a lot of different outlets where she uses her creativity for. And my creativity is in like keeping my kids alive. So that's my right now. But no, that creative like desire is really something that I think you need to lean into. And the membership, makes it very accessible to you.
Yeah, even if I'm just watching sometimes, I still feel like, okay, cool, I'm going to make time for that because I really want to do that one. Even though it was funny that you guys did the turkey one. I think it was last week. Yeah. I actually went to that class years ago, and then I recreated that with my daughter and my nephew. but we did it like a mixed media one. So I painted the background, and then we did like footprints, and then we did paper for the turkey.
Yeah.
But even if I'm just watching you guys, like I still feel like I'm getting some inspiration sometimes. Like I think that's why I like you guys, because I have like a huge art background, but sometimes I just need to like watch to be able to create for me when I need to get back into like a creative like routine.
I get that. I mean, I'm part of so many memberships that teach you how to run memberships. And I've felt like I've spent the last year and a half running our membership, but also just watching and learning and watching and learning and watching and learning. And now I feel like I understand how to like launch this membership, run this membership. You know, you sometimes you need that time to just watch and observe before you act. And so,
and I, like one thing, just learning, I think that I found from you is like, I really appreciate that you in the membership take the time to explain how you guys come up your paintings, and then just like the whole like idea around layering like a background versus like actually doing the scene, because I think I struggle with that too. Like when I would create my own, I kind of would just I waited to do the background, but now I've changed the way I started painting and do the background first, and like do the outline, but then do the background, and kind of like waiting period. Like sometimes I'm in a rush to do it, and it doesn't come out right, and like all my colors become muddy. So I've really learned like different techniques, even though I have the art background. Like there's a lot that I've learned from you guys, whether it's like how to not turn all my colors muddy. My favorite one is like making brown from you guys, learning how to make brown, because I've taught the kids how to make brown. Because the kids like me, I felt like I always needed all these colors. Just because as an art director, I love looking at all the colors. So I felt like I needed that. But sometimes we would run out. So I would teach the kids how to do that. And they were like, that's so cool. And another workshop that I didn't think I was ever going to do. But at my job, I really liked doing portraits with the members. So we have portraits of all famous influencers. Like we did Kamala Harris last year when she got inaugurated. We did Barack Obama, some of the basketball players. We did Michelle Obama as well. But I did it the way I thought like was the right way. But one of the workshops that you guys, I think it was Robin, who did the portraits. Like I really appreciated that one, because I kind of learned from her to do like, is it an undertone? I never knew that. And I'm going to go back and try like different portraits, like using that method and then doing the skin color on top.
So what she's talking about, we bring in guest artists, and we brought in Robin, who is a Black female artist. And this is when I started teaching how to make brown, because people don't know how to make, we don't teach skin tone or people, like that's something I don't go into at the paint bar, mostly because it's like, I'm not good at making people. It's hard. Portraiture is like,
it's very hard.
Whole other beast. However, like there's making the brown skin tone is gorgeous. Like it is, it is the most rich colored skin tone you can make, and we're just not taught that, right? And so, and also there's just Black female artists are not anywhere in the world. Like they're not recognized anywhere. And so,
and I started following her from you guys, honestly, and I like looking at her, the different work that she's created, and I think that's another reason like I like, just following you guys on social media is you guys post a lot of different artists. I think I connected, I think her name was Lauren Greenfield. She's one of food. I just bought a couple of her painting prints. So I feel like you guys connect a lot, a different artist. Well, at least for me, and then I get to see like different realms. I think there's like a watercolor one from Paige. Like I like looking at her stuff and watching her.
Yeah, she's dropping all those cool artists. That's so funny. So Lauren, I think I met her at a fair years ago.
Yeah.
But I had never like befriended her. And then she's someone who's on the list to be a guest artist for you.
Oh, nice.
Yes. What we do in the membership is we bring in guest artists, and they do like a little tutorial. And then the idea is that we bring them business too. And I ran into her at, I was at, Couples Bagels. It's in Brookline. I was driving from Brookline, and I was like, I'm in Brookline. I need a bagel sandwich. And I went to Couples, and then she walked out as I was walking in, and I was like, Laurel. No, I called her Lauren before. Laurel.
Right.
Laurel was there, and I was like, oh, Laurel. And it was just so exciting to see her.
Yeah, in person.
I had like been following her. I love her work, and then I saw her in real life, and it was really cool.
Yeah, so I think that's another one I like
Well,
is just bringing in guest artists.
yeah, that's cool. You know, we're gonna bring. I really want. That's kind of the next phase is bringing in awesome guest artists because I know most people in the membership are there to like just like learn, soak in new things,
Yeah.
and then you can choose. Like you can choose to watch them or not. However, I am realizing people really want less interview, more artwork. So we're gonna start. We hear the people, and we will do that. But back to mixing colors. I mean, also I am someone who when you walk in, you're like, oh my god, that pink and that turquoise and like all those, you want to just buy every color, and you really can make every color.
Right.
And so our paint kits. So Kaylee's making these. These are actually for when we sell glassware paint kits, but our actual paint kits are a little bigger. They're like these. Nope. They come in those boxes. But anyway, they're little 2-ounce bottles. We just sell like the essential colors plus purple. And we teach you brown because brown is like the easiest color to make.
Right.
But it is, if you're painting a ton, I recommend you buy brown just because it's like easy to have. But if you are not someone who paints very often and you don't want to buy a whole jug of brown, you make brown by mixing together orange, so red and yellow, and add a tiny bit of the black. Done.
Yeah, it's really fun to mix and play around with the colors, even though I might have it already, but you can always make a different shade or a new color that you never knew you really liked.
Great. I love this conversation. Okay. I don't want to waste any more time. I'm so appreciative of you joining us today. You have been super helpful. Lori says hello and good morning. Good morning, Lori. Good to see you here. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments. Otherwise, you can always reply later with a hashtag replay, and then we'll know you're watching a replay. But we just want to say thank you to Ashley for joining today.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, and we look forward to having you in the membership. And to any new members, if you're on the fence, today's the final day. So at midnight, so tomorrow when we get those emails saying, I could have decided I really want to join.
It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, thank you. You're going to have to wait till 2022. So if you want to join, now's the time because as soon as the doors close tonight, as of tomorrow, I'm starting to plan what's in the membership for December. Also, we're gonna send out our email. We're gonna have a member meet and greet. So I think we're gonna make that a Zoom meet and greet, Ashley, and then I'm gonna if I can figure this out how. I know I've done it before. I can live stream it to Facebook Live in our special private Facebook group. So lots of exciting stuff ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it because even though I don't know everybody in the membership like in person, you definitely like get that support that you need and want sometimes. And I really like looking at other people's paintings just because our styles are so different that sometimes I'll see one painting by someone and really like their style and kind of see what I want to do that on my painting. So I just really like the support and just kind of watching you guys go live every now and then.
Yay, that's awesome. Well, we love having you in there. When your name pops up, I always get excited. It's really fun. The people who show up all the time, like when their names pop up, I get so excited because I feel like my friends are there with me.
Yeah, and that's what I like it. Even though it's virtual and at first it seems weird, but now like that I am more consistent with you guys, I definitely like it a lot. And just to be able to interact with you guys, it feels like we're in person at the studio.
It is weird. It's like kind of a weird, I'm like, is this a good thing for society or bad that we're all virtual but we think we're in person? Yeah. But this is the new world, at least for now, until we can figure out how to, resolve the pandemic. But okay, well, thank
you.
Yes, you're the best. Everyone else, I will be on tonight at 7 p.m. It's our closing ceremony. We're also going to be painting a snowman, which is not anywhere near me, so we're not going to. Oh, Kaylee's bringing it. Yay, Kaylee, drum roll. Here it is. Dun, 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 dun. So this is on a unique size canvas.
I have to do that one.
Sizes, yep. And Ashley came in the other day, and as a bonus of coming in, she got a canvas. So that pays to come visit me. So this is what we're doing tonight. At 7 p.m. And then also just like any final questions you have about the membership, I will be talking about it and answering them. And that's it. And then we start planning then we start diving into the members. Basically, I'll start doing that tomorrow. So thank you, Ashley. To everyone else, I will see you at 7. I may go live again this afternoon. Depends. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if my kids are getting picked up. I don't know if we have help this afternoon or not. So depends on the family. All right. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.